Black 7-7 spinning. All right, hit.
Wood line right there. Drone's up, lock it execute. Let's go, come on, move.
Here we go, come on.
I'm Garrett Smith, Marine combat veteran and CEO of Reveal Technology.
I'm Phil, CEO of Jeddoc and veteran of Army Special Operations.
And I'm Jerad, COO of Jeddoc and also a veteran of Army Special Operations.
The 12-day war highlighted the asymmetric advantage of employing unmanned systems with Special Operations forces. Israel was able to degrade and destroy much more expensive systems like Iranian integrated air defense systems, ballistic missiles, strategic aircraft, and even nuclear facilities. But they were only able to do this by infiltrating people and equipment within 20 to 30 kilometers of high payoff targets.
The next scenario is an experiment in how we get those small teams close enough to their targets to employ small, one-way strike attack platforms in an environment that's littered with ubiquitous technical surveillance, allowing the defensive team to have the standoff of a mortar team and the precision of a sniper.
Today's BattleLab is Hidden Strike. In Hidden Strike, the offense will maneuver to then employ FPV strike drones against a moving truck equipped with a net. Each drone strike represents taking out a strategic or operational asset like a command node, an antenna, array, or some other battlefield asset. The defense is attempting to prevent the offense from striking their targets, but they cannot cross the line of departure until they detect the offense with ISR drones or signals intercept. The offense will have both ISR and strike drone platforms. Both teams will have Farsight available for deliberate and hasty planning.
Here's the scoring system for Hidden Strike. Each drone strike is worth 5 points. Each human kill is worth 5 points.
Phil is the captain for Team X-Ray, and Jerad is the captain for Team Alpha. I will be performing ISR drone piloting duties for both teams.
I will have a 4-man maneuver element. We will have small arms, bangers, smoke, and different drone platforms.
Alpha will also be a 4-man maneuver element equipped with small arms, bangers, smoke, and various drone platforms.
In rounds 1 and 2, Team Alpha will be on offense and Team X-Ray will be on defense. For rounds 3 and 4, their roles will switch. Let's get into round 1.
Our plan is from the start point to make our way through the wood line and try to remain hidden as long as possible. We're going to use cover and concealment to our advantage as long as we can, stay undetected, and then immediately start launching drone strikes. We know as soon as the first drone goes up in the air that the opposing team will start maneuvering on us. So our plan is to set in the tightest defensive posture that we can in preparation for their assault.
We're going to use our ISR and EW assets to detect as quickly as possible the team. As soon as we detect, we're going to move online with 3 of us maneuvering in order to make contact with them. And then we're going to clear through an assault and eliminate as many of them as possible within the time we have.
Execute, execute, execute.
Keep control.
Okay, sure.
See you guys drive.
Definitely expecting thermal drone here. We can hear it. We don't know what kind of platform's right above, but we came prepared to camouflage our pilot in a hide site. And then the strategy after that was to spread out our defensive perimeter to keep the maneuvering team away from our pilot.
And for that, I'm gonna stay close to the hill to stay out of range in case I have an ambush in that tree line. Yep. All right, let's go.
So at this point, even though we were still actually setting in to connect with drones, something in the SIGINT atmosphere or environment gave up the goose. So we didn't know it at this point, but that they were already maneuvering on us. We were still getting in place, but.
Wood line right there. Yeah. Wood line right there. Wood line, wood line. Straight 3 right here.
Yeah, so at this, we're trying to get like a support element that's doing initial contacts, and then we're trying to flank Alpha Team kind of from that north side with it. But what happened pretty quick is you guys were able to eliminate X-Ray 3 and 4 as they moved into the wood line. You had enough standoff cover, and we did it. We were out in the open.
Hey, hit that tree line, set a position right there. I'm gonna go around here, okay? Got it? All right, go.
They fell right in front of me, 30 meters.
Here we go, come on. Got eyes on the truck.
All right, we cleared the field and just launched drones to score points. We got 3 minutes left.
Flag 77 spinning. All right, hit. Next drone. How many minutes?
Got like 2.
Flag 77, good video, clear hand.
There you go. Get it, Danny.
It's down.
Alpha team took the win. I don't know how many drone points we got. We did eliminate all 4 of their guys on the ground, their ground maneuver element. So that's good points for us. We don't know how we got detected, but they started maneuvering on us before we were in place. So that's something we'll have to remedy in the next round. We did not employ drone detectors this time, and perhaps we'll do that on the second one to our advantage. But otherwise, it was a great round for 18.
For kind of what we're going to do better next round is actually set a support element and maneuver element. So we did more of a frontal assault. We detected them really quickly, and we were able to make contact with them really quickly, but it was basically approachless. So, now that we have kind of that drill down, now it's, hey, put a flanking element in, still make contact with that lead element, and then be able to.
Okay, round 1 of Hidden Strike goes to Team Alpha with a total score of 30 points on Team Alpha to 0 points with Team X-Ray. Phil, what happened?
Yeah, so I'd say from a tech side, we did a really good job of leveraging the ISR to find, but it was very challenging of using our SIGINT collect and the ISR to fix. We never really got a good understanding of exactly where your drone pilot was. You did a great job concealing them. And then from a tactics standpoint, our theory was let's get them in contact and then disrupt you. Ultimately what that led to was us being like a frontal attack from the open into the wood line. It didn't work out really well. We just got into a bunch of gunfights, and you had the advantage from a cover and concealment standpoint.
And Jerad, you took out all 4 of Team X-Ray, which is where the bulk of your points came from, and then you successfully struck the truck with 2 of your FPV strike drones. Were you happy, sad?
Yeah, from a tactical standpoint, 100% happy, right? Like we knew the playing field, and we adapted our strategy to defend our pilot as best we could, and it worked out really well. From a tech standpoint, not so good a result. We had some difficulties connecting and getting drones up in the air, and then the piloting on a moving target is not easy, as we saw. So we were fortunate to not be in a position where the pilot was feeling the tactical pressure, so he could work through the issues that he was dealing with technically.
Well, let's get into round 2.
Basically, the strategy is going to be the same in terms of how we're going to move our formation on the battlefield, but we're going to shift positions and try to attack the drone or connect to the drone tower from an oblique angle, hopefully in a direction that they won't be expecting. We are expecting them to increase the pressure on us by coming hard up the middle and hopefully causing a big disturbance, but we're trying to put a plan together right now to defend against that possibility. Otherwise, we expect them to flank all the way around on both sides, and we'll be ready for that too.
All right, we're gonna sustain signals detect and we're gonna sustain ISR. What we're gonna change up is our maneuver. So now we're gonna move an assault element up to the north side, have them clear from north to south while we have a support element on the west side, Curtin and L, and then we're gonna clear through the main firing location.
There it is. Go.
Drones up, launch and execute. Rob, we're up. You are.
Black 7-7 Alpha 4. Plug in first drone.
Got to detect.
We thought that taking that northern piece of key terrain, just north of the eastern wood line, if we could get to that once we got a detect, then we'd have an advantage to clear the eastern wood line.
UTP on the move. This is Alpha 1. They're coming straight up the middle.
All right, drop.
Okay, just push in here.
Fucking A, dude.
We got 2 down, we got 2 down.
All right. All right, we got a rehash thing.
Give me a status update. They still got 2 shooters at the vehicle.
We still don't want to get sucked in because we see a maneuvering right there.
Sweet. We got 2.
We have eyes on the shooters, okay? So just keep focusing on the drone.
I got no arm.
What do you need me to call out?
Need to see if he's bound. Black 7-7 is Alpha 4 power cycle drone. Start to plug in a new one.
Start to finish for Alpha, this is an exercise in failure with tech connectivity.
You're bound.
Terrible video right now.
Do you want to move? We can move.
Yeah.
All right, get up, let's go.
Right here, it's probably good. Give me a sec.
Yep.
All right, get on both sides.
All right, the truck's right in front of you. I don't know which way your drone's facing, but it's on the south side of the DZ, okay? We're getting bad video, we gotta move it south.
Let's go. At this point, Alpha team has exercised the entire, pace plan that we have of redundancy in terms of switching out batteries for the control, switching out the controller if we had a spare one of those, just trying to make some connection happen to that tower, and none of it was working.
Danny, you need to move?
Yep.
Let's go, grab your gun.
Hold on. I got it right here. It just flopped right off the damn perch. I think it was stuck on one side. Tell them to unplug, plug in another one.
Black 7-7, go ahead and unplug that drone, plug in a different drone.
Eric, hold.
They're trying to engage me at this time, over.
I need gun. Here, move it. Right there. Go. Move forward, move. All right, he's just delay us. We got to get to that northern tree line.
I'm getting no arm.
You need to power cycle your controller.
Yeah, wait, he needs to power cycle another drone.
Black 77, go ahead and power cycle another drone.
Do you see somebody?
Hey, Alpha 2 got movement on the west side. He's coming in.
In the open, in the open. There we go, I'm up.
Fuck me.
One more over here.
Last video. That drone's down. I need to unplug, new video, or new drone.
Black 77, unplug and replug a new drone. 3 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna start striking that pad if I can. I see video. Not connecting to any of these.
All right, 4 are down. We got 4 down. All right, Danny, what do you need?
I can't connect, it's not.
All right, can't connect.
I got good video, it's just not connecting. We can try moving one more time.
All right, come on.
It doesn't matter though, I've got good video. No.
Yeah. No, it's not the video. We can see video, it's something with the controller.
It was mission success, only because we eliminated their entire ground maneuver element. But I think we failed to score any drone points. Tech really failed us on that one. We couldn't get a solid connection between the controller, the pilot controller, and the tower. Despite the fact that we were maneuvering our pilot around the battlefield, he was not able to make any good connections.
Yeah, so our idea of having 2 maneuver elements was generally a good idea, but we executed it really poorly in the sense we got really unlucky, and where we decided to infill was exactly where Alpha Team was already set up in the tree line. So as we were offloading the vehicle or assault eliminating, 2 of them just got eliminated right off the gate as they were moving into the tree line. What went well is the remainder of us, we recouped X-Ray 4 and I, and then we maneuvered back around the south side and then came from south to north through the wood line, and we were able to eliminate at least one of Alpha Team as we maneuvered up. But ultimately, we didn't have enough time to assault through the entire tree line and eliminate the entire team.
So that's a wrap on round 2, another Alpha win, but let's just look at the scorecard. 20 points came from eliminating the 4 members of Team X-Ray, and didn't actually get any FPV drone strikes on the target.
Yeah, so like almost a repeat of round 1, except worse, right? You can call it a win, but at the end of the day, not being able to get a successful strike on the target was extremely disappointing. More tech frustrations. Tactics, again, you could argue they were still sound. The idea that we couldn't get our pilot in contact with the tower to make a successful strike was completely disheartening.
From a tech standpoint for X-Ray Team, really what put us at a disadvantage again and again on both round 1 and 2 was we couldn't fix them. So we had to take educated guesses, and then we had to take more risk to make contact and put pressure on Alpha Team.
That being the end of round 2 though, Jerad, you're swapping into the other side of the scenario. What are your thoughts going into round 3?
So going into the next scenario, the learning point that I got out of watching X-Ray Team maneuver on us, we knew we had to really put the pressure on the pilot. And for us, that looked like, let's get into the wood line and move really and be very aggressive.
So Team X-Ray is switching into the offense role going into round 3 and 4. What's your thinking going into round 3?
The big one out of round 2 was that we have to set up our firing point on that eastern wood line. And so what was going to be critical was take a lot of risk to connect to the drones in a way that we had a solid video link and RC link, so that we could get as many targets, but we'd have to set some sort of layered defense. So it was, how do we attrit Alpha Team as they aggressively are trying to close with and destroy our pilot?
Well, let's see how it plays out in round 3.
We're going to move on the UTV as fast as possible and try to get around behind them, dropping guys off along the way and sandwich them in the wood line. We know where they have to be to try to strike drones, We want to force them into that position and then bring the pressure.
All right, we're in our first strike team iteration for hidden strike. What we're gonna do is we're gonna split into two elements, a defensive element and then a drone control element. The defensive element's gonna move to the edge of the eastern wood line. They're gonna set up their defensive line there. The drone control element's gonna be 2 fire breaks removed to the east of them. We're gonna camouflage ourselves and we're gonna take control of the drones and strike the vehicle target as many times as possible. Good, go.
Our goal right now, get to the firing point as quickly as possible, get drones up in the air and start striking the target.
We're sitting right here.
Oh, here they come.
Here they come.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them to plug in.
Make contact. Black 77, X-ray 1. Plug in, plug in, plug in.
Yep, I'm watching.
Right there.
Yeah, too much indecision here. I know our plan going into the on the defensive side was to apply a lot of aggression. We put in a very sound tactical plan, but we just missed that final step of like, when we heard drones up in the air, we need to get moving now.
Right.
And it didn't happen.
Horrible video, but all right, contacting the truck. All right, positive hit.
In the wood line that way.
God, this thing is flying so squirrely. You see that truck anywhere or no?
No.
Oh, I see it, never mind.
Go. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, positive into the truck. That's 2. All right, go ahead, plug in.
Black 77, X-ray 1, plug in, new drone, plug in, new drone.
The vehicle hasn't even been reset yet, and so basically the easy kill here because the vehicle's static.
We're on our 3rd strike right now.
All right, 3rd
Got it.
positive hit. 1 more. And plug in, plug in, plug in.
Plug in, last drone, plug in, last drone.
I got eyes on. Cool. About to strike. All right, positive hit.
All right. Unplug vehicle target, that should be 4 good hits. All right, then that should be index. We accomplished our mission.
We were not able to find them on the battlefield or prevent them from firing any drones. So they got maximum amount of points, and they did it fairly quickly. So we need to change something up. Otherwise, they're going to do it again, and we don't have any chance of winning.
We were able to get into position, connect to the drones really quick, and then get all 4 strikes against the vehicle target successfully without ever making contact with Alpha Team. What we're gonna work on for the next one is we're gonna sustain our drone control point because we know we had good radio frequency and good video transceiver connection there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a more adaptable defense so that we can Alamo up in that location.
Well, that's a wrap on round 3. Let's look at the scorecard really quickly. Team X-Ray turns in 4 successful strikes for a total of 20 points. That's 4 battlefield assets eliminated. This is big mission success. Phil, you must be feeling really good coming out of that round.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better run here. It shows really the effectiveness of speed because we took a lot of risk from not doing a ton of analysis for cover and concealment and trying to maneuver to an unusual position. It was just get in the best possible position to make strikes, do it as quickly as possible, and then get off the objective, which many times from an operational standpoint is its own form of security and can lead to a big win with it all. And in this case, it played out really well.
So Team Alpha, I think your experience was likely didn't move with enough aggression and speed. For me, that kind of underscores the recurring theme here in the BattleLab that solid infantry tactics combined with violence of action can prevail, and that doesn't seem to have happened here. What else have you learned from this one?
Yeah, communication is key, rehearsals. Even with a deliberate break in contact between our two maneuver elements, we still had good communications between each other, and somehow the message didn't get across that we needed to apply that aggressive stance and to find that contact. You know, what we saw from round 2 was that even though X-Ray team had 2 guys eliminated very early in the game, that allowed them to adjust their tactics on the fly and continue to apply pressure on us while we were trying to connect to drones. If you never make contact with the enemy, you have no idea where they are, and they can just move about freely. So that's the big learning point there.
So, Phil, going into round 4, fourth and final round, you're still on the offense with strike platforms. What are you going to adjust? I mean, this was a massive success, but you're going to have to change something. What's going to happen in round 4?
So from a drone employment standpoint, we're not going to change a lot. We're going to kind of adjust it, but we're expecting it's going to be a fight. Like, we're going to have to be really agile and be ready to do a layered defense, because they're going to come at us more aggressive, and it's going to come down to a gun battle of how long can we delay them in order to buy time for our drone pilot to make effective strikes.
Well, let's see what happens in round 4.
All right, last round of Hidden Strike. We got our asses handed to us on the last one, so we need to come up with something good. I think we have a good plan. Let's see how it goes, but we need to eliminate all their players and prevent them from launching any drones. So the odds are definitely stacked against us.
Yeah, for this iteration, we're going to move back to the same drone control point as iteration 3. We're going to set up a defensive posture 360 around it, and then we're going to connect to the drones as quickly as possible and hit the vehicle target. Go.
We're up.
Driving?
Yeah.
Yep.
We are loaded down.
Right here, right there. Yep. There we come.
All right, launching.
Tree line.
One to the south near the clearing. I got 2.
We get our first drone up. We get it up really quick again, but we are now flexing, ready for any sort of access of attack, because we know this is going to get down into a gun battle really quick. They're bounding back. Yeah, get that target.
Straight ahead.
Let's go. Move up here. Let's go. Yeah.
Tell them to plug in, plug in, plug in.
They're bounding through. Plug in, plug in, plug in.
Behind me.
All right.
Let's go. Move. Run.
Come to the woodland. They're coming for us. Vehicle.
You good?
Go ahead, fly.
Tell me if I need to move. Move. Bound back. Bound back. Bound back. Bound to your left, over here. Get behind that tree. Put one in a static target.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm out too. It's all you, Eric. Plug in from the drone rack. Plug in, plug in, plug in.
So although he has free maneuver, he now has more of a load on him. Now he's making the radio call for the next one.
Yep.
So, but that just makes that transition a little bit harder.
Yeah. Oh, you talking to me? Black 77 rack, go ahead and plug in. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Ah!
We employed good tactics on round 4. We eliminated almost their entire field maneuver team, but they were still able to score points with drones. We learned a lot. My big learning point from Hidden Strike, that tech, you just can't rely on tech to be as effective as you think it might be. We're working with top tier technology on the private sector and from the DoD, and it did not give us the resolution that we were hoping for. So we had to operate with the same combat tactics that we always operated with, and we had to add more aggression, take on more risk to try to get the edge in our favor, and it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, so another win for X-Ray team on round 4. Ultimately, our plan worked as far as establishing a drone control point really quick on that north side and then having a flexible defense. Alpha team was way more aggressive, which is what we expected. They came from that north, started clearing through, but our defense was able to bound back, break contact, and move to a firing point on the south side and ultimately get the last strikes and attrit them the entire way.
Team X-Ray comes out of it with a win, having eliminated all of Team Alpha and getting 3 successful strikes on the mobile target. Phil, that had to have felt pretty good, even though there was a pretty aggressive Team Alpha on your case that whole time.
Yeah, it felt good, but that one was way more contested. Like,
Yes.
Alpha team did a phenomenal job putting a lot of aggressiveness on us and keeping us in contact. It literally came down to the wire of whether or not we were gonna really get any strikes. Like, we got one off really quick, but then as soon as they made contact, it was really a question mark of whether those next 3 drones, we would ever even get them up. And it wasn't until we had attritted them entirely that we even had the opportunity to start making more strikes.
So, Jerad, you got an initial trigger from a signals capability and didn't actually have eyes on the X-Ray team as they're moving around into their strike position. Regardless, you moved out with aggression and started moving on their position. What was going on in that kind of phase of, we've got to find, we haven't fixed, let's move?
Yeah, again, more time with the tech probably could have gave us a better picture of where they were, but we knew we just couldn't let it happen what happened in round 3.
Right.
So we came up with a tactical plan before the trigger was met, and then when it was, we just executed on that.
Yep.
And applied appropriate aggression. I never thought I'd find myself in a situation where I'd have to scrounge resources from my dead teammates, but in this case, like, the firefight was so intense and so long
Yep.
that I was considering that, like, maneuvering back on where the earlier firefights had happened just so I could collect more resources and keep the firefight going.
So as we wrap up Hidden Strike, let's tie it back to the inspiration behind all the scenarios that we're running. That's the Israeli-Iranian 12-day war and the Operation Spiderweb, Ukraine-Russia scenario. So mission success for those 2 operations was not eliminate some Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps soldiers or, disrupt a supply line in Russia. It was take out strategically and operationally important assets. Bombers, strike platforms, nuclear facilities, command and control nodes, and other critical infrastructure. So if what you described as mission success in the hyper-tactical environment, we're talking about the purpose behind all of this is actually making a strategic impact with standard, high-grade tactics and techniques, but new technology.
100%. There's Israeli pilots that the whole reason they survived going over Iran and making successful strikes off of their aircraft was because some sort of special operator employed drones that took out that integrated air defense system that would have shot them down.
Yeah, and then future iterations of BattleLab, spoiler alert, it's on the defensive side. How do we find that pilot, fix them, and then eliminate them, and even if that means employing drones on our own? I would love to see us employ one-way strike attack drones on that pilot who's trying to connect.
Yep.
But then how do we integrate that in our tactics as we're maneuvering on the battlefield? Big challenge.
All right, so far in this season of BattleLab, we've talked about and experimented with intelligence preparation through cache recovery. We've executed FPV drone strikes on hidden strike scenario. Next, we'll be handling priority personnel in crisis evac.
We're here to rescue you.
Roger. Jailbreak, jailbreak, jailbreak.
All right, we're gonna make a big move.
Alpha 2, they're coming up behind you, tier 6.
Go, go, go! Get the big up sight.